This is TWiT.
Clearview AI is in the crosshairs once again. This time it's the ACLU that's decided that Clearview AI needs to be stopped. The headline of the American Civil Liberties Union website is full of righteous indignation with the headline, "We're taking Clearview AI to court to end its privacy-destroying face surveillance activities." Then the subhead is, "The company's surveillance activities are a threat to privacy, safety, and security." But I need to stop here for just a moment to note the oh-so-delicious irony of the fact that upon visiting www.aclu.org last night, my trusted Firefox browser popped up a warning which reads, "Firefox blocked a fingerprinter on this site." I'm not kidding, Leo. I had the presence of mind to snap the screen, and it's in the show notes here.
Let me get it, yeah. Oh, I see this all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's just too wonderful. The American Civil Liberties Union on their website, which is about to get all wound up over the, quote, privacy-destroying surveillance activities of the Clearview AI company, is using web browser fingerprinting to track their site's visitors.
Do they tell you what fingerprinter or what technology it's using on that?
I didn't type. I didn't go any further, so we don't know. I don't have any backstory on this. The ACLU
they don't have ads on that site, so
no. They are a highly charged, often controversial organization. So perhaps they have some security or safety-related reason for adding non-browser cookie tracking to their site. But I thought it was funny to receive this warning when going to a pro-privacy, anti-surveillance site like the ACLU. It's like, yes, but we're going to try to fingerprint you. Anyway, but that aside, I agree that Clearview's arbitrary photo, facial surveillance, and image recognition capability represents another aspect of the internet we have unleashed. When you combine an internet-connected camera in everyone's pocket with real-time fixed camera surveillance, massive cloud storage, and cloud computing resources, you get consequences that were unintended. When, like you take a whole bunch of innocent things, but when you aggregate them, you can end up with something that's not so innocent in aggregate. So what the ACLU wrote and posted last Thursday does contain some new information, because a couple of things that where I said, what? So I want to share it. They said, and a lot of this we know, but this sort of sets up for this new stuff. For several years, a little-known startup based in New York has been amassing a database of billions of our face prints, which is the term they're using here, unique biometric identifiers akin to a fingerprint or DNA profile, drawn from personal photos on our social media accounts and elsewhere online. The company has captured these face prints in secret, without our knowledge, much less our consent, using everything from casual selfies to photos of birthday parties, college graduations, weddings, and so much more. Unbeknownst to the public, this company has offered up this massive face print database to private companies, police, federal agencies, and wealthy individuals, allowing them to secretly track and target whomever they wish using facial recognition technology. That company is Clearview AI, and it will end privacy as we know it if it isn't stopped. We're taking the company to court in Illinois today on behalf of organizations that represent survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence, undocumented immigrants, and other vulnerable communities. As the groups make clear, Clearview's face surveillance activities violate the Illinois Biometric Information Privacy Act, BIPA, which of course we've discussed extensively here in the past, and represent an unprecedented threat to our security and safety. Face recognition technology offers a surveillance capability unlike any other technology in the past. It makes it dangerously easy to identify and track us at protests, AA meetings, counseling sessions, political rallies, religious gatherings, and more. For our clients, organizations that serve survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, undocumented immigrants, and people of color, this surveillance system is dangerous and even life-threatening. It empowers abusive ex-partners and serial harassers, exploitive companies, and ICE agents to track and target domestic violence and sexual assault survivors, undocumented immigrants, and other vulnerable communities. By building a mass database of billions of faceprints without our knowledge or consent, Clearview has created the nightmare scenario that we've long feared and has crossed the ethical bounds that many companies have refused to even attempt. Neither the United States government nor any American company is known to have ever compiled such a massive trove of biometrics. And there I would say the operative word is known to have. But adding fuel to the fire, get this, Clearview sells access to a smartphone app that allows its customers, and even those using the app on a trial basis, to upload a photo of an unknown person and instantaneously receive a set of matching photos. And we know that behind those photos is a rather extensive set of information that Clearview has amassed from the source of all these photos. So you get names and addresses and other available information. They said Clearview's actions clearly violate BIPA. The law requires companies that collect, capture, or obtain an Illinois resident's biometric identifier, such as a fingerprint, face print, or iris scan, to first notify that individual and obtain their written consent. Clearview's practices are exactly the threat to privacy that the legislature intended to address and demonstrate why states across the country should adopt legal protections like the ones in Illinois. In press statements, Clearview has tried to claim its actions are somehow protected by the First Amendment. Clearview is as free to look at online photos as anyone with an internet connection. But what it can't do is capture our face prints, uniquely identifying biometrics from those photos without consent. That's not speech. It's conduct that the state of Illinois has a strong interest in regulating in order to protect its residents against abuse. If allowed, Clearview will destroy our rights to anonymity and privacy and the safety and security that both bring. People can change their names and addresses to shield their whereabouts and identities from individuals who seek to harm them, but they can't change their faces. That's why we're teaming up with lawyers at the ACLU of Illinois and the law firm of Edelson PC, a nationally recognized leader in consumer privacy legislation, to put a stop to Clearview's egregious violations of privacy. We're asking an Illinois state court to order the company to delete face prints gathered from Illinois residents without consent and to stop capturing new face prints unless it complies with the Illinois law. There is a groundswell of opposition to face surveillance technology, and this litigation is the latest chapter in an intensifying fight to protect our privacy rights against the dangers of this menacing technology. Across the nation, the ACLU has been advocating for bans on police use of face recognition technology, leading to strong laws in places like Oakland, San Francisco, and Berkeley, California, and Springfield and Cambridge, Massachusetts, as well as a statewide prohibition on the use of the technology on police body cams in California. We won't let companies like Clearview trample on our right to privacy. So they, like others who have sued previously, are using Illinois' BIPA law, since, as we know, it makes the strongest case. And any ruling that might arise from this will likely be challenged and appealed and may finally wind up in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. And as with the encryption question, that's probably for the best, since someone, and it's the responsibility ultimately of our Supreme Court, needs to create some laws to guide us forward. I just hope they are good laws, because this is still the early days. We're not at the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning. I believe we're still at the beginning of the beginning, and there's a lot more to happen as technology continues to progress and enable things that just weren't feasible before. We've got insanely inexpensive mass storage, incredibly inexpensive and ever more potent AI to do image comparison. And of course, everything is glued together with cloud stuff. So, we need to decide what we as a society want to have done with all of this capability and what not.